everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Play Slay the Spire. I think it's fair to say we could use a palette cleanser. Look at these scores. Good God, bless you. The defect. Starting deck is replaced with one of every rare. I.e., we get Creative AI, which gives you a random power in your hand every turn. I.e., we want power synergies. Green cards. We can also get silent stuff. Big Game Hunter. Scary, but also good. So, we don't really need to worry about how to construct our deck. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Easy 4. 2, 3. Easy 4. You never know. 1, 2. That's a 3. Not as good. I think we'll take this path. It gives us a flex option. Oh, dude, never mind. We have every rare from the silent as well, which means I have no idea how to build this deck whatsoever. Well, I think fission is fine. It's only 3 damage sitting out there. And then, dude, honestly, I mean, how many attacks do we even have in our decks? Not many, but I think you certainly Hyper Beam. The only question is whether you Phantasmal Killer or 1,000 Cuts. And I think you Hyper Beam Phantasmal Killer. And then you hope to get 23 damage next turn. It can't be done. Yeah, well, I mean, obviously that sucks. But there's not a whole heck of a lot you can do about it. So, I'm not going to beat myself up over it too hard. You know what? I think we could actually definitely use a boot sequence, because it seems like we don't have much in the way of blocking except for our buffer here. So let's avoid our debuff, and I think fission is always going to be appropriate. And you know what? I think a buffer and then a little malaise is fine. Buffer seems very important right now. 3 energy. I think you rainbow right out of the gate. And then, I think I'd rather just Doppel for the next turn. It's a very interesting run. And I say that in all senses of the word. Like, oh, you should have played your Alchemized dummy. Nah. Like, it's weird. Don't get me wrong. But it doesn't necessarily make it, you know, bad. I mean, did you see the scores? The scores were great. There's no way for us to know if we are on the right line to get to them. But I'll tell you, getting that block right off the bat, I think it makes a huge difference. You know, I think that boot sequence is gonna be pivotal. Obviously a weird one. Do you really want a buffer to save 3? I don't think you don't want to do it, if that makes any sense. I think you do it, honestly. And I would do it again. After that, we only need to, like, evoke an orb to kill you next turn. Many different paths we could take here. Hold on, so do we have 14 damage? Realistically, Corpse Explosion for 3. I mean, I'm just worried, do we have to Seek? I mean, Corpse Explosion kills you in 2 turns. So let's Seek Alchemize. So we can use it on a future fight. Pretty sneaky, huh? It's not missing lethal. The man's dead. I'm just watching it happen. Alright, what do you got for me? Not yet. We have so many things to upgrade, dude. Let's not get... let's not add a bunch of stuff to the deck that we're unlikely to need. I definitely think that we can afford to take on a curse. Our deck's already extremely fat. I will avoid your vulnerability. I will fission for energy and draw. Dude, I love a dang old bias. But, hold on. How much does Electrodynamics is 2? I think we bias, Seek, Electrodynamics. Now, we are going to still be able to be made vulnerable because we kept our focus high, but... You can amplify, buffer. I don't think you bother popping an energy potion just to play die. We got a lot of support here. Now, multicast. If we evoke it for 3, it's 36 damage plus 7. It's pretty good. You're not dead yet, but you're like, you know, you're easily killed. Let's leave it at that. That's a perfect elite fight. So, dude, this buffer is quite clear that, you know, that's an important card for us. Mango's fine. I mean, they're all rare. I think another unload just to have like an actual attack seems very sensible. So one thing we could do is put After Image in hand, and I actually think that that's, I mean, buffer is also great. But I think, you know, After Image in hand, or, you know, Seek being upgraded, or yeah, I mean, those are the big ones. I think Adrenaline, but I think After Image in hand, just to give us a greater chance at perfects, is probably our best bet right now, but I could be wrong. So right out of the gate, we have an energy potion. So what do? 1,000 cuts, After Image for sure, pop your energy potion. Play Boot Sequence. Play Die, because it's great AoE. Pop Reboot. See what else you got. With 1 energy, sure, I'll play an Alchemize here. And then, I don't want any Dazes in my deck, so I'm just going to tag you with one of those. So far, so good. I think we're on a reasonable line. You're dead. All we need to do is play, like, 2 cards. So just, like, toss me an Adrenaline. He's dead. Yo, we're on the line, dude. It's not a hard deck, don't get me wrong, but like, you know, 2 perfect elites this early is very good. Dude, just give me a Core Surge. Obviously, all rares are going to be duplicates. Oh, I'm so stoked to have that, actually. I'll just leave. I don't want to spend gold on a potion. We get potions every fight. You got to be smart here, though. You got to think, like, okay, what do we draw the most from here? Because, like, you know, we get an Alchemize, we'll play a Doppelganger. What turn do we really want to pop on? I think this is a pretty good one. Yeah, I think we can make do with this. If you Bullet Time, Burst, Corpse Explosion, that's really strong. Honestly, he's going to wake up. Why not amplify Wraith Form? You know, and then we got 4 turns of not having to worry about just about anything. As long as we play a card. I mean, there's a lot of things you could do here. I feel like you just go for the raw damage, in my opinion. Don't even worry about the Echo Form. You only got to hit him for 14 this turn. Which is actually extremely easy. That's our 3rd perfect elite. Now, again, I want to be clear. I don't think this is a... I don't think this is a hard daily right now. But I do think, despite not being a hard daily, it's a fun daily so far. And I think we got a great chance to, you know, keep ourselves out in front. I'm not saying we're going to be ranking on the front page there. I mean, especially, I know myself, okay? If I'm doing a daily... Pretty much got to kill you this turn, huh? If I'm doing a daily... Oh, dude, block potion. Thank you. Do we need it? We don't need it. If I'm doing a daily... Stop interrupting me, please. I think Storm works very well. If I'm doing a daily and it's been up for more than half a day, we're not gonna perfect it. It's extremely unlikely. Yo, I love this, though. Doesn't mean we can't have a good time, though. Let's get another power out there. Was hoping it was Electro, but this should be fun as well. Okay, so let's dump that. That doesn't seem very good. I think you do this and this. We could pop a block potion if we have to. It's a little unfortunate. Like, do we really want to fission here? No, but we might have to just to ensure that we can get to a point where we're not taking damage. If we can even get there. Like, we need to play 2 more cards, which is not doable. Or alternatively, kill an enemy. And I don't think... It's not likely to happen. Like, we need to hit one of you with all 3 of these. Oh, we have Electro out there, dummy! It's another perfect! It's just that easy. Get out of here, Meteor Strike. You're garbage. I mean, you're all dead. What do we care? Anchor's fine. Buffer's great. Why upgrade Buffer when you could just have... Yeah, I would definitely take that. When you could just have 2 buffers. So I do think Seek is high up there, but I think your buffers are like... maybe mission critical first, because those are probably what we're going to glean from Seek a lot of the time. This is where you want like a well-laid plans. It's okay. Obviously, like, we're not going to play Wraith Form turn 1. Is it likely to screw us? No, it's not likely to screw us, but... Creative AI is very good, but I think we can afford to dump it here. The question is, do we care about a Core Surge? And I'm not sure. Because we could just burst Corpse Explosion... or Corpse Explosion, Core Surge, Unload. I think that's actually our best option. Wait, you can't Corpse Explosion and Unload. Well, honestly, I think we'd rather Unload then. If we're gonna Unload, wouldn't we rather have played something for... Yeah, okay, well, you know what? Rome wasn't built in a day, alright? Give me a buffer on this turn. Give me a buffer on this turn. Cowards. Cowards and charlatans, the lot of you. I don't think they're rolling over. We ruined our perfect. Oh, that hurts. That hurts me a great deal. Get this Meteor Strike out of my face. Get it out of my face. Dude, can I be honest with you? We have too many expensive cards. We need energy here. You know, we're not ruining our deck at this point. Don't be absurd. Both buffers on the same turn. How dare you? How dare you? Honestly, like, you're both dead anyway, but... we need more energy. I'll always take the Core Surges. I got nothing against them. And give me Cursed Key with Blue Candle is not even close. Okay, so I think we screwed up our chance at greatness. Like a true 10 out of 10 score. But I think we can get to like a 9.9 pretty easily. So I think we take this. Let's see. With 4 energy, I'm really hoping we hit the point at which things just pop off. Because now that I think about it, it's not actually 4 energy. It's actually 6 energy on turn 1 thanks to Lantern. And 5 thanks to Runic Dodecahedron. So, yes, you're doing 10 damage. That's hilarious. I bet you thought like that would protect you in any way, shape, or form. So we still have 3 buffer ability. Honestly, just a little humorous at this point. Shouldn't be taking very much damage at all. Don't need any of this, although we could probably do with an overclock for a little bit more draw. Give me the good face, bad face. We got good face. Of course we got good face, because this is a daily that means nothing. If we want bad face, what you got to do is be on 820, where, you know, one wrong move puts you in a disaster zone. Storm of Steel. Well, not really doing much except generating more block there, but that's okay. We really do want to, like, crunch the numbers. Well, we will pop Wraith Form then. What I mean by that is we really want to not take damage, because taking damage ruins Runic Dodecahedron, which like grossly impacts our ability to play the game. So you always start with a Core Surge on something like this. Do we need a buffer? No, but it's probably better than any of the other cards, unless we just miss lethal, in which case I'm a dummy, but... 8 damage to a random enemy, hold on. 8 times 5, that's 40. You would live, but just barely. Just barely. I think, dude, honestly, like a glass knife, it needs to be upgraded to reach peak efficacy. But it's better than fine. All these cards are good, but in a 45 card deck, it's very hard to justify adding things that are not duplicates. Like here, love it, love it. Honestly, I think Toy Ornithopter might be worth buying, but yeah, we don't have another shop coming up. We're getting potions probably on like 2/3 of our battles. It's a good way to get Runic Dodecahedron back if we lose it, I think. Alright, check this out. So next turn, we got a bunch of glass knives. Real question is, do we have enough damage to kill you? Or can we get a block going at some point? Or I think the answer to all these questions is yes, actually. Because we'll just pop one of these. Problem solved. Need none of it. This will be our first real test. Can we flawless an elite? I'll tell you, you know what we need is more draw on turn 1. That would help us out to a large degree. Hold on, you're doing 27. I think I definitely don't mind popping a speed potion to get out in front of this. And then we'll do one of these. And yeah, why not like do one of these? I don't want to ever be entangled. If we can start it by flawlessing these guys, I think we're in a great spot to flawless, like, you know, the rest of the... Maybe not the rest of the game, that might be a little bit egregious, but, you know, the rest of this floor from an elite standpoint. You know, man, I would love to play Wraith Form and Electrodynamics. If we want a perfect, we have to play Wraith Form, and that's a bummer. I'm not playing that. I don't think it would ruin our perfect, but it would put us in a slightly tougher spot. So now we have a buffer available as well, which is very valuable. We can't play attacks this turn, so what do? Storm, that's easy. Electrodynamics, you try to kill him with kindness, you know? Something like this. It's gonna work. Don't evoke your orbs. That is a foolhardy maneuver. Or it's not even evoking, it's just removing, which is way worse. We'll throw in another reboot. For the most part, I think we don't mind adding that. And then let's think about this. I mean, Wraith Form might be good for perfects, but I think... I think I talked myself into it. Because I was like, Glass Knife is also important, but how many with a 46 card deck, how often are we going to play Glass Knife twice? It's not that likely. So you're doing 26 damage. I think just to be safe... 22. Yeah, we should be totally fine on that. I don't think Unload is particularly good for us, but you have to admit that above all else, it's very funny. You're so lucky. You're so... It would have hit you, but... You can't take that risk. If I had attacked you and you hadn't been hit by the lightning, we would have been in a much tougher spot. Okay, so Die is very valuable here. I think you gotta get an Echo Form out there, but like... If you get an Echo... Well, maybe you don't have to get an Echo Form out there. Because if you do that, you're not gonna get the Flawless, so we'll just pursue the avenue that gives us the chance at a Flawless. You're taking a turn off. That's great news. I don't think we care about an all for one. So you love Core Surge Bias. That's like a gimme. We love Electro now. Grand Finale, obviously just not going to work. So we'll start Adrenaline. And then we can definitely do Storm. Well-laid plans. We're definitely going to Hyper Beam. The only question is, do we want to buffer first? I don't think it matters whether we do it first or second. We definitely want to buffer in general. He's not dead, but our perfect is guaranteed. You know, this is what I like about dailies, and it's very self-serving, don't get me wrong. That's what I like about dailies, though. It's a puzzle where the solution is not always just win. That's the solution, and we might be destined to take damage on this one. That's the solution on every, Yo, though. That's the solution on every A20 run, you know, is just survive. What's the solution on a puzzle run? We got to exactly 27 and then duster that guy. On a daily run, the solution is just do as best as possible. Sometimes you'll rank well after doing badly. Not always, but, you know, it does happen. We have buffers, so I'm not sweating it. And sometimes you'll rank poorly, despite winning easily. And that's what's cool about this. It's a nice, again, I use the word too much, but it's a nice palate cleanser. Just looking, you know, because I obviously we're popping this, but I think, I mean, with 5 energy, it's very hard to not just take a Meteor Strike. And, we're gonna lose the perfect by 1 HP. That's hilarious. That's actually just funny. I don't care who you are. That's a humorous situation. So I think, you know, we've been waiting long enough. Seek is probably our next big upgrade. At this point, it's really just interesting to see how strong this run can become. If we're not at full HP, I think we might as well play... yeah, we might as well play our curse. I believe this. But are we going to play Wraith Form? The thing is, we don't really need to. We're not taking damage. We could, if we pop this, we get the full HP and we get more energy in the future, so I think that's worth doing. Not to mention it just heals you to begin with. And I think you pop this, even though the loss of focus sucks, you know, you're taking off 80% of his HP on turn 1. Seems like a sensible approach to me. I actually think Terror is good in this deck. I've been looking for some way to add vulnerability. It's very unlikely for us to do it with a rare. We already have 10 block, so let's get a Bursted Rainbow out there. Just for shenanigans' sake. Why not? I think we will play Wraith Form. And the reason behind playing Wraith Form is really just for humor's sake. You know, it's very unlikely in 3 turns he can get us. I mean, it's not just humor, I guess. We should not, you know, say dumb things. But basically, there's no good reason not to play it. Like, he's pretty much destroyed as long as we can play cards or block attacks in the future. I have to imagine that basically either of those is relatively sensible, relatively easy to accomplish. You know, we're basically gaining like more energy than I know what to do with. Hey, if we gotta kill enemies by doing 1 damage per turn per card, I can do that. Alright, these guys, we've already dealt with you. I mean, of course I love a Meteor Strike. Now we want, like, I don't know, some kind of multicast nonsense. We got 8 energy. Well, okay. We definitely are going to play Wraith form. Otherwise, you reap what you sow. And Fission? Absolutely not. So let's get one of these out there. And might as well, but... Alright, we got 3 turns to do some dirty work. Core Surge, Hyper Beam is very strong. Keep your focus up, still do a decent chunk of damage. Now we got some buffer abilities. I mean, he's pretty much dead. We only have to hit him once. Well, that's a surprise. Anyway, there's no chance. There's very little chance. In fact, now that I think about it, there was literally no chance. He made it through that. 97 HP is looking pretty good. I'll keep taking the tools of the trade. They're cheap. I got no complaints. Do we want one of them to be innate? I don't think so, just because I kind of don't like our the fact that we only draw 5 cards to begin with. I think it's the only thing that causes us to take damage, to be honest, is... Let's get wild here. The only thing that causes us to take damage, in my opinion, right now is... you know, we draw 5 cards. If an enemy attacks us on turn 1 for more than 10, it's a bit of a struggle for us to figure out how we're going to deal with that. We should have 5 energy, just for the record. But we're not going to... Yeah. We're not going to be able to play that and not take damage anyways, so we might as well, you know, handle it properly. I guess we could have with Bullet. Whatever. He made a mistake. Let's be honest. We love buffer. Do we love Wraith form? Yes. I think we basically have to play Wraith form if we don't want to take damage. So we're waiting on focus from bias cognition and then like electrodynamics. I'll tell you, we have to play Echo Form if we draw it this early. I really wanted a Corpse Explosion him, but it's not really, oh well, it's not that big of a deal at all, but, you know, simultaneously, it's kind of funny. Then we can actually hold Wraith Form until we need it again, which could happen pretty quickly, to be honest. Nightmare, no thank you. So we like a Footwork. Gets played twice, and you know, I'm actually... It's probably not the way I would do it if I were given the choice to do it again, but that's okay. I really don't want to have to play Wraith Form right away, but I think we will. And I'll hold on to Envenom. I think that's one of the ways we can get through this. I am a little worried about our decks long term. We're only losing 1 per turn, I think. Probably get rid of multicast for now, actually. It's like buffer, unbelievably important. By the way, where's my Electro? just chilling down there. Buffer obviously is going to be played. You're already dead, so I'm not worried about you at all. Let's play Envenom. Let's play Defrag. And let's hold Terror. So we still got at least 1 more turn of intangibility. Get rid of this doubt. That's comical. Seek Me. Let's go Electrodynamics Adrenaline. Oh, and we get to play it twice. Okay, so toss in, like, I don't know, like a Bias Core Surge on top of that. Okay, so then play Adrenaline. Well, hand might be full. Let's make him vulnerable, then play Adrenaline. Now, bullet time. This is where things are going to get interesting. We have no artifacts, so start Core Surge, then Biased. Then start summoning your lightning for free. He's dead. And, you know, it doesn't really matter. Either of those cards would have killed him. So that's another perfect. Feels good. I love all this, but the buffers are obviously great as well. I don't need the rest, but I don't need to upgrade either. Okay, you are the worst boss for us. because we do tend to play a lot of cards, and I'll tell you, we got like a straight shot up here. I don't mind it. Hit you with one of these. One of these. I don't care if we're rendered weak. It doesn't really bother me. I don't think there's any reason we're going to be below 1,000 today. And even that might be a little bit... now we should seek bullet time, by the way. Even that might be a little bit modest of us, to be honest. Now, the thing with the reboot... I mean, actually, you're dead. Hold on. The thing with reboot, though, is we're not going to draw. So... I think that was the right way to handle it, but we are going to be hit. It's alright. Honestly, this is the reason I took Toy Ornithopter. Even though it's a little unnecessary. No, I don't want to remove curses. I want the points. I think we got a chance to be like top 150 today. That's as comfortable as I'm willing to go. Now we actually should pop the potions, I think, just to get our HP back. So let's think. We obviously have 2 buffers, so we need to put up a... Because you attack left or right, I think we need to put up a minimum of 9 block. Or, alternatively, you could play All for One twice, which will bring your boot sequence back. And then buffer, and then unload kills you and gives us more block to begin with. We lose 1 buffer, but we have 2 remaining. Very good. And we're back to full HP. So, it's a pretty easy one. Well, honestly, burst Corpse Explosion you. And the reason for that is just that, I know this guy, I don't really care what he does to me, but I want you to have poison on you, so you're dead no matter what. And that might have been a little stupid now that I think about it, but it really will not matter. Unless I see rares, and even that one is not very good, but unless I see rares, it's going to be tough to convince me to put a card in my deck at this point. Love it. Honestly, I'll tell you, you know what we should be doing? Check this, we're getting into some weird stuff all the time now. Give me a Storm and a Bullet Time. So, we'll go Bullet Time, Storm, Creative, Electro. You guys hitting, you're hitting for 18? Okay. That was gold-plated cables? I don't know, it seemed to hit 4 times there. You could get into some funkier stuff here, but who cares? You know, like maybe you can play Meteor Strike. He's dead next turn anyway. Literally all you have to do is, if you play like any of the cards in your hand. I do still like Charge Battery, but... Honestly... Take my max HP. I think we'll lose more points by taking an innate curse than we would gain from having the curse in our deck. Do we need Wraith Form? No, but... Might not be the worst idea just to have Wraith Form. We really need, like, bottled, whichever, bottled lightning. Like, giving us a skill in hand would be so good, dude. So, Electro's very important here. I think we like... We have 6 energy, we do. I think we like Core Surge, Hyper Beam, Electrodynamics. You're gonna be a problem next turn. No, you're not, because we still have Wraith Form. And probably not worth playing. / guaranteed not worth playing. I thought gold-plated cables for some reason only triggered on hit. That was my bad. I don't really care about making you vulnerable, honestly. We have to get rid of 2 cards. Get rid of the fission as well, then. Okay, so right out of the gate, what do we like? We like cards that deal a lot of damage. We have a Core Surge in hand, so give me a Hyper Beam and a Meteor Strike. Then play Bullet Time, Biased, Core Surge, Hyper Beam, Meteor Strike, and what turns out to be a very strong Malaise. Not that it's likely to matter too much. Two cards. Just leave it all on the line, brother. I don't think we care about bullet time at all. I do think we want to reboot. I'm willing to roll the dice. Because if we unload, then we lose the reboot and we wouldn't have gotten the kill anyway. So, just seemed wise to me. And I'll always be content to take a little bit of extra damage off the top here. Now, you're like the opposite of the boss. The more we hurt you, the happier you are. So I think, or the more cards we play is what I mean to say. I think we like, honestly, give me a Core Surge Bias right off the bat. I think getting as much focus as possible is very advantageous. Won't even reboot here. Not necessary. Alright, so now we want orbs. ASAP, as many orbs as possible. Well... happy for the buffers, at least. 12 poisons, no joke. And, you know, we could always use the draw in the future. We still love the buffer. I honestly think, yeah, dump that. Hit me with... we should have done boot sequence. We're not going to play it. And we should have done this in a different order, but that's okay. We got 5 buffers. That's very good. Let's draw first. Oh, baby. So, you play Storm, and then all of your powers one at a time. Considering Wraith form, I think we pretty much got him under control. Plus 5 turns of buffer. Turns out it's probably pretty strong. $60 damage worth of lightning. Ridiculous poison. He's dead. Another perfect elite. Stone Calendar. It is what it is, but it's not that good. It's probably not likely to be too relevant. Now these guys, I thought I just killed you. Was that, did I have a dream? We might as well kill one. Seek, please. Yo, this is actually really bad. I know that hurts Runic Dodecahedron, but we're going to lose our HP anyway, just for the record. Yeah, so we're going to take... This is not going to be a perfect, that's for sure. I'm now like, I just hope we can win a game. Okay, Seek, very important. Get out of here. Very, very important. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Play Seek. We're going to grab a Bullet Time, for certain. And then why don't we just grab... I think Electrodynamics, it kills enough of them that we're fine. So you're going to Adrenaline first. No more draw. You're going to Bullet Time. You might as well play Doubt. Might as well get this out here just for HP-related purposes, honestly. Now you take care of the rest of that. We will still be hit for a little, which again is an indication things were kind of going off the rails a little bit. But we got it. More dies is fine. At least we have a reason to rest as well. You know what? I will transform a card. Thank you for asking. Let's transform a Tools of the Trade. Yeah, into a Slice. That seems wise. Alright, so you're an issue, because we're not going to get you turn 1. That's non-negotiable, obviously. Don't really care about weakness on the next turn. I'm telling you, just a relic that heals us, or not heals us, a relic that gives us draw on turn 1. Oh, the places we would go. Here's what you do. You definitely fission. And then you accept life is about to get a little painful. But we got a lot of focus. Hey, we got to rest anyway, so I'm not sweating it. Honestly, dump a reboot. It makes it so we can't draw in the future. This is a very interesting turn. I'm very happy to have a buffer. So, bullet time, storm, echo form, buffer, 1,000 cuts, which definitely should have been played first, by the way. Unload, unload, get some extra decks. You hit a buffer, no big deal. You know, just dump this. Give me a storm, which is actually 2 storms. And then I'll tell you what, you know, if you want to do me a big favor, seek me the other bullet time and toss a buffer in there with it. Give me one of these, 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 one of these. We're just getting decks at this point. He's dead next turn. No complaints. Bottled Lightning. You obviously want to Seek. Specifically, by the way, that is what we asked for, so I am not complaining. Oh, but I'm complaining about you, because I hate you and you suck. After Image. Seek. You always go bullet time. And I think we also like, on top of that, I mean, a Meteor Strike is great, but just give me an upgraded buffer. The reason is highly simple. With our upgraded buffer, I feel way more open to hitting you. Because if you hit us for 40, we got a buffer sitting there ready to bring us back. I just don't want you to hit multiple times. I mean, it's funny. It's hilarious, really. Straight up fission me. I don't need this energy. Even though we got it. What are you doing? 21? Unacceptable. 10? Much better. Huge. Huge. Honestly, pretty big as well. Let's reboot this son of a gun. We need to hit you again. We got a Core Surge. We're going to hit you. You're dead. Not even a challenge. Okay. Again, floor probably could have gone a little better, but it is what it is. We'll still pop decks early. And you know what? Explosion Potion we can save for a heal if necessary. Big Seeks. Okay. Now, we don't need to be big on this turn. I actually kind of just like, honestly, a Core Surge and a Bias Cognition. Yeah. Oh, play After Image first. Core Surge. Bias, Buffer. There you go. Good focus. We're not likely to play Hyper Beams. And yet, he is going to hit us. There goes our perfect. Maybe we should have just gone like Storm Buffer immediately, but... Okay, we can only play 4 cards, so we don't really need to play Bullet Time. I think that's good. I think that's good. I think... I can only play... Oh, thank God we had some zero-cost cards. Alrighty. You know what? see your block later. I don't want to be rendered weak. It does take a card away. Where's my... I need buffer. Dude, I need buffer. This isn't funny, dude. You're gonna get in trouble. Don't lose this one at the final moment, at the terminus of greatness. That'll be interesting next turn. Dude, I don't know. This is a weird one. All my storms are at the bottom of the deck. That's alright. We still got buffers remaining. I mean, not here. Don't be ridiculous. We can only play 4 cards. I think I know what I'm playing. There we go. So he's gonna... Next turn, he's gonna take some time off to roll over. I support this. Why don't you go ahead and do that? What are we gonna do? Well, we got 12 cards to work with, so I'm thinking a little Echo Form Meteor Strike is always it's always struck me the right way. Don't forget about a little Amplify Buffer. Now we could take time off, or we could try to play 6 more cards just to have some fun. And we're not gonna be able to play enough cards. And there's no point in using a multicast here. It actually hurts you long term. Oh, actually, you know what? It would have killed him. I wasn't ready for Stone Calendar, but I had Wraith Form ready to go, regardless. And we'll actually ignore the debuff from Wraith Form. The first one. Alrighty. I don't know if he will be dead next turn. But I do know he will be unhappy one way or the other. At this point, probably I would say creative AI is a little unnecessary. He should be dead on this following turn. We get to play 7 cards. We need to hit him for like 30 damage. This should work. I really thought that was it. Anyway, kind of blew it on the 3rd floor, but a long daily and a fun daily. 12-21. Dude, honestly, I think that puts us on, maybe in the top 100. Pretty surprising. Whoops. You know, 146. Can't complain. Hey, brother. For now, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. It was a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. See you.